Our next, thank you, Frank. Our next testimony comes from Fatima Goss Graves from the National Women's Law Center. She's the Senior Vice President for Program, where she leads the center's agenda to eliminate barriers to employment, education, health, and reproductive rights, and lift women and families out of poverty. Prior to being named Senior Vice President, she led the center's anti-discrimination initiatives, including working to promote equal pay, combat harassment and sexual assault in the workplace, as well as at school, and advance equal access to education programs with a particular focus on women and young girls of color. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. So I just want to begin to say what an honor it is to be here. The National Women's Law Center has been working since 1972 to advance the issues that really cut to the core of women's lives. We have a broader set of recommendations that we'll be submitting to the committee in writing that go through our full agenda, but I wanted to focus today on one of the most pressing issues facing working women in today's economy. The truth is, for many parents working in low-wage jobs, the conditions of their jobs are just setting them up to fail, and meeting the dual demands of their work and their home life becomes an impossible juggling act. We know that women are making up 2/3 of the workers in low-wage jobs and jobs such as home health care and child care and restaurant workers, and that more than 4.5 million are mothers with children under the age of 18. And we also know that mothers in the low-wage workforce are disproportionately women of color and immigrant women. And the wages that they take home are far too low to support themselves and their families, making it difficult to pay for life's necessities, whether you're talking rent or loan payments or critical health services, including reproductive health services. But in addition to the wages, many low-wage jobs come with schedules that are unpredictable, that are unstable, that are just inflexible, and these conditions wreak havoc on the ability of parents to access child care and pay for child care. It's not a sustainable solution. So today, the National Women's Law Center has released Set Up for Success, which is a detailed agenda for action to support low-wage parents and their families. The agenda details many of the things you've heard about today that would also address the race and gender pay gaps, such as raising minimum wage and paid sick days and paid family leave. But I'm going to focus mostly on the recommendations around child care. First, it's essential that we expand children's access to high-quality, affordable child care and early education. That requires increasing funding for the major federal child care program, the newly reauthorized Child Care and Development Block Grant. This program is currently so underfunded that it is only serving 1 in 6 eligible children. And the people who care for our children, for the ones that we love the most, they have to be paid more. And to pay our child care providers more is going to require that we increase the child care provider payment rates. It also is going to require greater investments to strengthen the supply and the quality of child care. This is especially important in light of the new requirements in the new law. And it is essential to put significant new investments in infant and toddler care, which is so costly, and indeed in some states it rivals the cost of college, and it's very hard to find. And the Child Care Access to Resources for Early Learning Act would provide funding to expand it. One more recommendation, and that is that we need to increase investments in high-quality early education programs, including federal Head Start and early Head Start programs, and in state pre-kindergarten programs. We'll send more details in my written testimony.
Thank you. Sorry to have rushed you, but are there any questions from members of the committee? Thank you so much for your testimony.